You don't ask me if I'm ready to end. You just end it quickly, as we've all seen me do in the past. But when it's go live,
Yes.
you give me, are you sure you want to go live? Not an are sure you want to end this, but I get an assure you want to go live. End it's just bye.
Yeah, it
Thanks.
should definitely have a
Absolutely should
warning
have a
on
pop-up
there.
modal. Absolutely.
I
Yes.
I have come very close to hitting that end stream button
I have
in
hit
the
that end
past.
stream button a couple of times.
Yeah.
We've all seen me do. Yes. Yes. So yeah, that's just bad UI. I know it's my job. Bad UI. That should definitely have a pop-up modal. Hey everybody, what's up, guys? Tonight's episode, let's talk scary geocaches. 2. We've got a good friend, FF Skippy, on here. Firefighter Skippy. I think you literally might be the first listener who's not a geo celeb who actually is on this show. You might be the first normal person on this show.
Skip's not normal.
Oh,
as normal as you're gonna get. Although I guess with this show you might be a geo celeb technically, because by default
He
Hanging
is
on
a
the,
geo celeb. You go out
hanging
there to
on
mega
the,
events, and everybody knows
like Cody Dog.
Firefighter Skippy.
Yeah, like Cody Dog. Everybody knows Cody Dog.
Well, what about Wheels? He was on the show
And
once.
Wheels. Yeah, but he wasn't a host. He was not a full blown host.
No.
Was he?
Oh, but you had him in the house on.
But that's because he came over during the show. But he didn't he wasn't a sit down host.
Oh,
He wasn't a host for the whole show.
okay.
No, he just came in. He just showed up because he had a trackable. Remember, he had my trackable, I think.
Yes, that I gave him, and that a sock puppet picked up.
Sock bucket picked up. All right, guys. All right, here we go. Are we ready? Chad, are you ready? Chadley. Oh, he popped up. No, but hold on. He needs to be ready. Are you ready, Chad? You're on mute. There you go.
Yeah, you didn't send me a new audio board, and this thing just glitched out on me.
All right. I'm literally writing a note right now. Okay. Because I'm a busy man, and get Chad new board. It's right there. It's on my desk. Oh, you can't see it. There it is. On my desk. I will order it this week, I promise. I'll get it to you next day, Chad. I know you're in a big hurry.
Thank you.
Help. Gonna give me my free thing. All right, guys.
Hey, you don't want my audio dropping out in the middle of the show, right?
All right, here we go. In 3, 2, 1.
You wanna know how to find it. Seek it out when they hide it. You know it's in the bag when it's an easy grab. Come on, take a chance now. Go, geocache. And if you need help, we're right there in a flash. If you got a question, just call in and ask. Uncover the stash on the Geocaching Podcast. The Geocaching Podcast.
Welcome, everyone. It's Wednesday. It's 8:30, which means it's once again time for the Geocaching Podcast. My name is Scott Perks. We have our first host, C. Michelle, still on assignment, out on assignment overseas, of all places. But please welcome to my virtual left, my other co-host, the man who shows up week after week, Chaz427.
Howdy, y'all. It's All Hallows Eve. And are you ready for some scary caches?
It is All Hallows Eve. Well done, Chad.
Yes,
That's
it
a good
is.
one. Well played. Tonight's episode 837, recorded live on October 30th, 2024, is Let's Talk Scary Geocaches 2. Phone lines are now open, guys. Give us a call, 808-468-7924. That is 808-GOT-SWAG. And for you international callers, you can call us free via the web at callinstudio.com/show/GCPC. Yeah, guys. You're coming in hot tonight. You have a scary geocache, you give us a call, 808-468-7924, and we can talk about it. We want to hear about your scary geocaches you found. But first, Chad, before we talk about scary geocaches, we got to talk about the Patreon.
Got to pay those bills.
And that's scary. The bills are scary enough. We got to pay them, though. They got to be paid if we want to keep the lights on here at the palatial GCPC studios. So, guys, there's ways you could help us. There's 2 ways. First of all, you go to paypal.me. That's PAYPAL.me/the Geocaching Podcast. You make that one-time donation. Don't care what it is. Go straight to the bills. Or, Chadley,
Or
join Patreon.
Oh, you get anything with that?
You do. Thanks for asking. You get extra audio, extra video only available to our Patreon members. You get stickers and coins and pad tags and pins. You get patron only shows. You get the one and only, the only show that does this, the patron only giveaway show where we literally just give stuff away at the end of the year.
Mm-hmm.
It's our holiday show. We empty out the prize closet, and it's gonna be a lot of fun. So guys, if you want to join in on that, you still have time, or you just want to help us out because you've been getting this for free and you want to knuckle up to the bar and be a man and say, yes, I want to help out. Like Skippy. Skippy, are you a patron?
Yes, I am.
Okay, thank you. That would have been bad if he's like, nah, I'm not. That would have kind of.
Thank you for your patronage.
Thank you for your patron, because knuckle up to the bar like Skip. Come on. If Skippy can do it, he's retired. He's on a fixed income, guys, and he still gives us money every month. Thank you, Skip. We appreciate you. Guys, you want to be like Skip, and we all want to be like Skip. Come on. You go to patreon.com. That's patreon.com/the Geocaching Podcast.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
Tonight's show is brought to you by Cachely. Cachely is an advanced geocaching app for iOS. It features powerful online and offline features, including filter searches, offline maps, and offline saving of caches. Cachely has hundreds of advanced features that will make your geocaching experience just that much better. Get more info at cachely.com. That's CACHLY.com.
Ooh, I missed that one. There we go. And tonight's also sponsored by Logwork. Logwork are the creators of the fantastic logbook, made with genuine Write in the Rain paper. The logbook designed for the micro containers of the present and future, geared towards the hide who would rather go cache than do cache maintenance. Find them at logwork.com. That's LOGWERK.com.
It's also brought to you by FTF Geocacher Magazine. FTF Geocacher is the magazine for geocachers written by geocachers. With 6 issues a year, FTF offers practical advice, hints and tips, cacher bios and milestones, geocaching events, trail tales, and all things geo-related. Them at ftfgeocacher.com.
Spell it. My OCD.
ftfgeocacher.com.
Thank you. Sorry. And by the Max Suds Body Company. Max Suds Body Company makes handmade bath and body products from all natural oils and butters. Items such as Poison Me Goat soap, itch spray, and 2 cent choices of bug spray are all great for outdoor enthusiasts like geocachers. At Max Suds Body, we have you covered from head to toe. Find them at maxsudsbody.com. That's MACSUDSBODY.com.
And by Practical Geocaching. Practical Geocaching sells utility items for geocaching. Our items are made in the USA, and we always provide free shipping. Find them at practicalgeocaching.com. That's PRAC.
Uh-oh.
Did he freeze? It's not me, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
he cut off.
Geocaching.com. I'll continue. And by Arted Crafted. Arted Crafted creates unique geocaching themed tees and custom designs for you or your geocaching group. With adult sizes ranging from small to 5XL. If you have an idea for a shirt design and cannot find it, you've come to the right place. Give them the opportunity to show you how they can enhance your caching experience with your own custom design. Visit them at artedcrafted.com. That's ARTEDCRAFTED.com.
And by pattags.com. Yeah. Did it completely cut out on me?
Oh, it did, yeah.
You froze and cut off.
Froze, yeah.
Yeah, as my son came home, I don't know if he started the micro. I don't know what happened. And it's like I need to find my my Ethernet to USB adapter for my personal laptop here.
The infamous microwave at the
Yeah.
Bradley household. Yes.
All
Continue.
Orion, yeah. And by pattags.com for our swag and pattag needs. Visit our website to get creative help to trade or log tags, or to purchase your own personalized pat tags. With over 50,000 tags to collect, pattags.com is everything you need to start your pat tag obsession. Visit them at pattags.com. That's PATHTAGS.com.
And by GeoGo. Go caching with GeoGo, the geocaching app for Android that includes a Where-Go player, trackable scanner, companion watch app, and county finds database. If you're an advanced geocacher, GeoGo helps with powerful features like nearby cache load notifications, optimized routes, offline mode, bulk TB logging, and much more. Learn more by visiting them at geogo.com. That's GEOOH or H-Go.com.
And finally, by Cachecraft. Cachecraft creates handmade devious geocaches, including their popular devious branch geocache made of a genuine tree branch. They also create pat tags and geocoin displays, Write in the Rain log sheets, geocaching stickers, swag to stock your geocache, and much, much more. Cashcraft has the geocaching products you want to enjoy, geocaching to the fullest. Visit them at cashcraft.com. That's CACHECRAFTNJ.com.
And always, you can find links to our sponsors on our website or, Chad,
or in our show notes.
in our show notes. Yeah, it looks like my internet's struggling too. Am I grainy again? My internet's struggling.
You were hung for a second there. I don't know.
Man, it's the bad internet today. What do we got? A cloud? Is there overcast going on? What's going on?
Maybe
I
it's
think
because
so.
I'm here.
Yeah, maybe it's Skippy's
That's
fault.
right.
Everybody, hey, everybody in the world, I guess. With tonight, obviously, Craig is still on assignment, so we've got Skippy, FF Skippy on. Skip, what's up, buddy?
Good evening, everybody.
If you're listening to this at work, in the car, or on the trail, what you don't have, we have Skippy like on video too. We legit have Skip here. So Skip, and the wearing, mind you, a GCPC T-shirt, the new one with the new hosts. Nice job, Skip. Well played.
Mhm.
Well played, sir. How you doing, buddy?
I am doing well. How are you guys?
Doing well. How's retirement treating you?
Lovely. I suggest it for everybody.
We'll all get
Nice.
there. We just have to wait a little bit. Some of us have to work.
Mhm.
All right, before we get to the show, we got a couple of house stuff we got to take care of. First, we got some news here. We do have some news for everybody like Skip and Chad and everybody who bought a T-shirt. I'm sorry. I'm gonna well, first of all, thank you for hashtag repping the pod. But from now, guys, you got no excuse, guys. From now until November 1st, shirts you for are $12. $12, literally $12. That is all you gotta do is you type in Boo12. That's BOO12 into the into the thing. Boo12 shirts are $12. Chad, yeah, $12.
$12. Can't
12
beat
bucks.
that.
You literally can't beat that. No
No.
excuse now. Zero excuse not to get a GCPC T-shirt. When a shirt
I'm
is
gonna have to go through there and see if there's any shirts that I haven't bought.
$12. I mean, that's
Yep.
that's crazy stupid. So yeah, guys, that's now through the end of Halloween. So probably November 1st. So probably Friday. Now through Friday. Again, this is if you're listening late, sorry, you kind of missed it, but you can't do better than $12, man. You can't do better than $12. So yeah,
Nope.
that's there. And we do have some emails here as well. So let's go there. First one is from Cash Coder. So Cece. She says, and this is amazing. I love this. She says, my girlfriend and I were recently in Ridgefield, New York to walk around the town and find some geocaches. We decided to stop in for some ice cream and there was a nearby cache, GCAT60T. I noticed the previous log was a DNF. Anytime there's a DNF, I like to look at the log to see if it's a new cacher. However, it was not a new cacher. It was a famous cacher. I was surprised to see the name Firefighter Skippy as a DNF logger. Yes.
What?
Yes.
What?
Skip. She's
What?
calling
What?
you out. I said, well, if Firefighter Skippy can't find it, then it is probably gone. My girlfriend, who's a new cacher, doubled over in laughter, thinking this was the funniest sentence I've ever uttered. Again, well, if Firefighter Skippy can't find it, then it's probably gone. Because Skippy's the end all be all of finding caches. Trust me.
Oh, yeah.
Good cache
Yeah.
hunting, guys. Trust me. I've decided to take a quick look anyway, and the cache was in the first place I looked.
Isn't that the way it always is?
Y'all know how satisfying it is to find a cache when the previous log was a DNF, and to have that previous cacher be Firefighter Skippy was especially satisfying.
Oh, now I know that.
I got an extra scoop of ice cream to celebrate. Just wanted to share this fun story. Love your show. She probably didn't even know you were the host of the show this week. Now, here's the best part. This was her log verbatim. Her log verbatim says, found before ice cream. So excited to find a cache that Firefighter Skippy didn't find. Thanks for the cache.
I looked for half an hour for that cache.
Nice.
Over half an hour.
Oh, that's like the greatest log. That's the greatest email. That Firefighter Skippy deal. You look for. She walked right up to it, dude.
I don't know. You know, haven't you ever had those ones
Oh yeah.
where
Yeah.
people
Oh yeah.
say, "Oh, right away," especially newbie cachers,
Newbies are the worst.
Yes.
and you spend a
I
half an hour looking?
Definitely. Yeah. There's been one that's like out in the forest hunting, looking. It's like all the obvious spots and everything. 45 minutes later, it's like, I'm out of here. It's like, it might still be here, but
Yeah.
I spent 45 minutes, couldn't find it. And
Mhm. Yeah.
next day, newbie cacher QEF.
Yep.
It's like, you bastard. Sorry.
Yeah. No. And when I DNF, usually I'm like, it's probably here. I just didn't see it. I couldn't find it today.
It's like
Maybe I'll be
Lucy
back.
pulling that football.
Yep, totally. But I just love the fact that she legit called you out in
Called me
her
out.
log.
Yes.
I love
Yes.
that. CC, well played. Amazing. Love it. Thank you for sharing that with us. We got one more email from Spatula 6, Romy in Canada. Spatula 6 says, hello, friends. Hello, Romy. She says, are Canadians welcomed on your ET Highway trip for November 2025? She's talking about us going to do the ET Highway. Remember we talked about this a couple shows ago, going to do the ET Highway in Thanksgiving of 2025. She says, are Canadians welcome? Okay, Romy, you are absolutely welcome. I encourage you to come with us. I would love to cache with you. She says, I would love to join you crazy cachers with my Geo friend as well. Quick question. How many days are you planning to be out there for? And what's the closest airport to fly into? Well, I don't know yet. I have not planned it out yet, but I'm assuming
Vegas.
Vegas,
yeah.
you fly into Vegas, obviously. That's a no. But my figure would be Wednesday travel day, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and then Sunday travel day. That's why I wanted to do Thanksgiving weekend, because it's a 4-day weekend for most people. And if not, you only have to take one PTO day rather than 2. So that's like seems, and if you're going to do ET Highway, the best time to do it is in November. So that being said, so you got to figure probably Wednesday to Sunday is the plan, I would think, unless everybody is different. You're going to skip a day, but you're going to miss 1,000 caches. So that's the plan. Romy, we'd love to have you. And anybody else who's in sound of my voice, if you are remotely interested in this, send an email to us at thegeocachingpodcast@gmail.com, just so I can add you to a list of people. So when I do decide to start figuring this out, you will be one of the people. You're not committing to anything. Nobody's committing. Chad, you in? Chad's in.
I'm in.
Yeah.
I'm in.
Yeah,
So
you in?
it
He's
might
already
ruin
done it.
my marriage, but I'm in.
I've been there, but
he's done it already. But he's like, didn't you say like I'll drive?
yeah, I'll be a driver. Sure.
Cody's in. So you got Cody. Like I got you. I think Craig was in too. I know I've got Undercacher, who's an old schooler for me. He was back from the Chicago podcast days. He's in. He's already emailed me. He's like, I'm in.
Well,
Romy's in.
Romy's get one of those 15-passenger vans.
What?
Get a 15-passenger van.
No. We
No.
want numbers. Numbers.
You want four people to optimize.
Yes. So guys, if you were even, so there's Rich. Rich is in the chat room right now. Undercacher, right? I know you're in, Rich. You're all in. I know you're in, Rich. Yeah. So if you're remotely in, guys, if you're thinking about it, you're like, you know what? I might want to go to that. Send an email to us, thegeocachingpodcast@gmail.com, just so I know, so I can trying to get a vague number. Again, not committed to anything. If you bail, perfectly fine. Don't worry about it. I just want to know how many people roughly, because this is happening. This is going to happen. I'm done.
No.
I'm doing it. This is going to happen.
No more than 100 Canadians, though. I mean, we got to put a limit somewhere.
So yeah, Romy, she says, I'm turning 50 next year and I would love to do all the fun things, especially this. Romy, you are absolutely in. I would love, you could be in my car. I would love to cache with you, Romy. That'd be amazing. So Romy, you are definitely in. Just shoot me an email. Actually, you did. I have the email. Okay, so
can we get any European cachers or any other folks from around the world? International. That's the word.
That would be crazy.
International cachers.
That would be crazy.
Come on.
There's a hotel right there to stay at. That creepy one, isn't there? That like creepy hotel to stay at. That ET hotel.
Yeah,
If he says no, you can't go back to Vegas. It's like a 2-hour drive.
No. There's other ones. We stayed at I don't remember the name of it, but it was partway along the trail. But it certainly wasn't the one there.
You got to start doing research for this, Skip. You got to get me all that info. Next year, not this year. Next year. Trust me, I got plenty of other trips I need to plan before I even think about ET Highway. Yep. Okay, so that being said, Romy, absolutely, totally invited. Anybody else, shoot us an email. Would absolutely love to have you. That'd be awesome. If we can get like 4 cars, that'd be incredible to do that. So that'd be awesome. And that would be like what? 4 times, that's like 16 people.
16.
Yeah, that'd be amazing. Anyway, okay, back to the show. Tonight's episode, guys. Let's talk scary geocaches. Guys, we've done this a couple years ago. Did we do it last year? I think 2 years ago. I think we did it.
A couple of years ago.
I'm going to start with Skip. Skippy, welcome to the show, sir.
Thank you.
Skippy.
Thank you very much for inviting me in. This is
You're very welcome. And
This is
we were talking about this offline. I think you might be the first host, a guest host, who was like a non-geo celeb, for lack of a better term, air quote, and like just a normal cacher who was on the show, is hosting the show. So welcome. But you're a geo celeb in the GCPC world. In the GCPC,
Yes.
you are.
Yes.
You're
Well,
absolutely-
he's a geo celeb in the geocaching world, just not necessarily podcast slash blog space. So,
Yeah.
but you go out there, you go to events, and it's like, you know, talking about I was caching with Firefighter Skippy. He's like, oh, I love caching with Firefighter Skippy. He's like, everybody knows this guy.
Skip, do you get noticed at events? If you're at a mega, do people walk up to you?
Well, I don't. Well, mostly people I know, but there have been times when I've been out caching someplace and I run into a cacher that I don't know,
Right.
and I say, "Oh, you probably don't know me. I'm Firefighter Skippy," and they go, "Oh, you're Firefighter Skippy. Yes, I see your logs everywhere."
Ah, nice. There you go.
Mhm.
So yeah, I guess I am a celebrity.
For lack of a better term. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like Cody gets that too. Cody's done nothing, and yet he's like, somehow everybody knows who Cody Dog is. You know, it's weird.
Bork.
Bork. Well, there we go.
Bork.
I don't think he's in the chat. I don't think he's even in the chat room. But yeah, everybody knows who Cody Dog is. All right, so Skip, to you, sir. Give me a scary geocache or a Halloween themed geocache.
Okay, going with a scary.
Sure.
GC Alpha 4 Charlie 4
Mhm.
Ghost Cam,
Ghost Cam.
and this is a
Mhm.
webcam.
I've done this one. It's in
Yes,
a
you have.
library, right? A library?
Yes, it's in the Willard Library in Evansville, Indiana.
Indiana. Yes. I remember this
Hmm.
one.
Yes, and it has
Yeah,
over
how come you haven't
800 favorite points.
Is it really? Did I? I
Yeah.
wonder if I gave it a favorite point. 'Cause I give nothing a favorite point. I wonder if I did. Chad, have you done this one? I've done it.
No, I haven't done this one.
Yeah, I did not see his name in there. Craig's done it, and he and Joshua, and they put together. I thought it was a great one of Joshua's videos.
Oh, he
Craig
did a
Edmonds.
video for it, did he?
Yeah,
Nice.
I thought it was very fun, lighthearted video.
Yeah, it was interesting. I mean, nothing interesting about it. It was the webcam cache in the basement of a library, but
Haunted
like
library.
apparently a haunted library. Yeah, it's
Yep.
supposed to be like a super haunted library.
Yes, the gray lady ghost appears from time to time.
The gray lady, like Ghostbusters, gray lady ghost.
I guess so.
Interesting.
It was first reported in 1937 by the night janitor.
Oh God, I'd be creepy as heck. Can you imagine that? Like being just trying to clean something and like freaking ghost.
You know, I've been to the Willard Library though.
You have not.
No,
I have.
How?
So we had a math competition back in high school down in Evansville, and we went and looked at some of the historic sites around there, and the Willard Library was one of them.
Because it was haunted.
Not because it was haunted. It was just visiting historic sites there.
Interesting. Yeah, that's probably
But
it was historic.
no, I have not cached there.
How just out of curiosity, how far is that from your hometown?
Probably 2.5 hour drive, 3 hour drive.
I wonder if I did that same trip where I went, Skip, I've been to his hometown. I was in Chad's hometown. I called him from his hometown. I called him when I was in his hometown. Yeah. A little town.
let's
What's it? Where are you from, Chad? Name it again. I can't remember.
Clayton, Indiana.
Clayton, Indiana. I called him from
Clayton, Indiana to Evansville.
And it's weird because I was in Clayton and I'm like, this sounds really familiar. Why do I know Clayton, Indiana? I'm like, I know it. I don't know how I know it. And so I called Chad. I'm like, where are you from? And I'm like, that's it. Yep.
Yeah, it's 2 hour and 45-minute drive.
Oh, it's far. That's a good one though. It's I didn't see any ghosts, but it's a good one for this show. That's a good one. You pulled the webcam out. Well done for this show. Drops a webcam on us, dude.
woo woo
Woo. That's definitely a woo woo. There you go. I'll give you one of those. There you go. Chad, Scary Cache to you, sir. Go.
I'm gonna go back to one of my favorite ones, Necropolis of Britannia Manor 3. This is GC2 Bravo 034. One of the best locations for a scary cache in an environment, especially if it's done after sunset. If you ever do Necropolis of Britannia Manor 3, you start it about 3 hours before sunset.
Yeah, it takes about that long.
Yeah, it takes about 3 hours. Could take you longer. If you start it earlier and you're done, and you got the coordinates for the final before it, wait till it's dark. Seriously, wait till it's dark.
I did it at dusk. I did it like maybe 45 minutes before sundown. I did it.
But doing it.
What?
I did it in the morning. I did the final in the morning. Yeah.
Right. But you've been there, so you know what's around, and it's like, it's one of those things. It's like, oh man, if you do it in daylight, which I had done it in daylight, I came back and just to walk around and do it at night. That place is the bomb at night. Yeah, it feels like you're going through an outdoor haunted house.
You know what's funny is that I did that. I was talking to somebody about that cache pretty recently, and they're like, I didn't have a lot of time, so I cheated. I got the final chords, and then I went in the back way. I'm like, you didn't like take the. I don't want to spoil anything for anybody. Like, you didn't take the way you're supposed to go. They're like, no, we went in like the back way. I'm like, oh my God,
you missed
the whole thing.
The
whole thing. Yeah, I was like, wow. I guess, did you enjoy it? I mean,
Yeah, what was that, like almost a half a mile hike from the parking?
I'm not sure how long it was. It was a good little hike back there. Yeah,
but absolutely, totally worth it. Totally worth
definitely.
it. Yeah. One that you have to. I really don't want to spoil it. I mean, you could say, like, I guess I could spoil a little bit. Like,
I think there's plenty of pictures on
it's through a graveyard. It's through a graveyard. You're hiking through a graveyard. That's amazing. Fantastic. And then I love the ending too. The final's amazing too. I love it.
Definitely.
It's well done. Yeah. I had that one on my list, and I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna let Chad have that one because I knew you were gonna put that one on your list.
I love that one.
I'm like, he's been in Texas for 20 years. I'll give him that one. And this one's in Texas, guys. If you ever been, it's in
Austin.
Austin? Is that where it is? Is it in Austin?
Or yeah, Austin.
Yeah.
I remember I was on a trip visiting Demshar, Adam Demshar. And we went and did that one. We went and did a bunch of because I was in Dallas and I was in Austin. I can't remember which one that was in. Yeah, Austin. That sounds about right.
I wonder if that you can get a good video of that.
I'm sure
I'm gonna be in Austin in a couple of weeks.
I'm sure there's video of that. I guarantee you there's video of that. Yeah. As for me, I got to go top of my list here. I mean, I'm sure a lot of us have done it. GC6XJQA Infernal Device 2.0.
Yes.
Skip nodding his head. In agreement on that.
Yep. That was fun.
Chad, never done it, I'm assuming.
Never done it. I've heard about it.
No comment on that.
Yeah, I've heard about it, but I've never done it.
I will honestly say probably in the 25,000 caches I've done, this is in the top 3 caches I've done. I would say probably top 3. It is, guys, to explain it and not give it away. It is a haunted escape room. Do you think, Skip, is that a?
Yeah, well, yeah. I mean, parts of it were reminded me of the movie Saw.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes.
Yeah, and that's kind of an escape room. Yeah,
an escape room. I mean, a haunted escape room. I think that's the best way to describe what that is. I mean, it's amazing and just absolutely, guys. If you've never done it before, make your way. Where I can't remember where it was. I went to so many states that day.
Oh, it was Oklahoma.
Is it Oklahoma? Okay, sorry.
Yeah, for sure it's Oklahoma.
Yeah, guys, if you've never made it there, that is a destination. You do not pass through Oklahoma without going to Infernal Device. It's pretty amazing. It's 3 or 4 stages, depending on what's working and what's not working. I think it's 3 or 4 stages that you have to figure out. It's an escape room. You got to figure out how to get. You got to figure out the trick to get from room to room. You got, you're locked in a room. You got to figure out how to get to the next room, to get to the next room, to get to the next room. And it's pretty amazing. How's it going, Rich? Undercache says, where are these caches at? That's good. Mine's in Oklahoma. Chad, yours was in Austin, Texas.
Mm-hmm.
Skippy, yours was in
Illinois.
Illinois.
Evansville, Illinois.
Ellinsville. Wait, where was it? Wait, which one did you do?
The library, the ghost
That's
camp.
Indiana. No, Evansville, Indiana.
Indiana. I'm sorry. Evansville, Indiana.
Yes, we've got Illinois. I'm sorry, we got Indiana, Texas, and now Oklahoma. Again, amazing. Again, guys, as always, if you want to visit any of these caches, you can go to our website, geocachingpodcast.com. All you got to do is just type in this into the search bar, type in this show, and you will obviously see the show notes for this. All the links will be in the show notes for these wonderful caches. All right, so mine is Infernal Device 2.0. Love it. Guys, give us a call, 808-468-7924 if you have one that you want to share. You can do that. But in the meantime, Skippy, back to you, sir.
Okay. My second one is a night cache.
A night cache. Oh, look at you. A webcam and a night cache. Yeah.
GC5 Thomas 806 Dark Hollow. And it's here in Connecticut. When I did it with a group of about 9 or 10 people, and we were first to find on this.
Mm-hmm.
It was basically a multi-stage thing through the woods. It was, I think, like a round trip hike of about 3 miles. And if you've ever hiked in New England, you know it's not nice level walking anywhere.
Like Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
Not like Illinois.
At night, going through all, up and down and over rocks and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're working your way through the different stages, you're finding different clues that lead you to different things.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things, kind of give it away, was like a skeletal arm hanging from a tree that pointed
Oh, nice.
in the direction to go.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
But as we're working our way through this, we're hearing some noises in the woods.
Mm-hmm.
Like something moving around,
like rustling,
rustling. Yeah. And we're shining our lights around to look and see if we see anything, and we don't see anything. So we work our way through this cache, and we get to the final end, and it's in like an old root cellar from an old farm.
Wow.
Underground, and the entrance is kind of a tunnel that's about 3.5 feet high by 4 feet wide. So you got to basically crawl in. And when you got inside, all of a sudden there was motion activated things that lit up. Things that lit up, noises that came out, and really kind of eerie. So definitely, Halloween type of eeriness.
Wow.
Type
It's
of stuff.
It's still active?
Yes, it is still active. I just looked at it. It is still active. It hasn't been found in a while.
Wow, really? I'm surprised. Does it have a lot of favorite points?
Yeah. Well, it's got 56 out of 65 finds, so it's like a 90% favorite.
Good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah. The cache owner isn't as active as they used to be, but they did say in their notes that if you called them to let them know that you were going, they would try to get out there to make sure that the batteries for the motion activated stuff worked.
Sure.
And as we came out of the cave, the cache owner was there, and it was he and his son going through the woods.
Oh,
yeah.
Was he trying to mess with you, or was he just watching you?
A little bit of both.
That's awesome. That's fantastic. That man's all in. Well done, sir. Well, you were the FTF, right? So you were saying,
we were a group of FTF.
He wanted to make an adventure for you guys. Yeah,
I guess.
I like that. That's kind of awesome. Good for him. So, what is it called? Dark Hollow.
Dark Hollow. Yeah, it's in the cache notes and the description. It talks about it being a haunted area. Spirits in the woods.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I guess it was a part of the area was an old farm many years ago.
Mm-hmm. Nice.
So.
Well, anybody on the East Coast, show this one some love here. Dark Hollow GC5T806. Give it some love, man. Doesn't have enough finders for something that apparently is that good. Doesn't seem like it has enough finders. How long has it been out? How long is it new? Let's see how new it is.
No. I didn't look. I want to say it's probably been 10 years.
Oh my god, what? 60 some finds in 10 years?
Hold on.
Is it in the middle of nowhere? Like, what is it like?
Well, it's Connecticut. Not a lot of people want to do night caches. Let's see. It was 2015 is when it was posted.
Oh my wow, that is almost 10 years. Almost 10 years.
About 10 years. Yeah.
Wow. I'd be kind of pissed if I only had 65 finds in 10 years on my cache that I put all this work into. I'd be kind of pissed. Yeah,
it happens.
Chad, to you, sir.
Yeah, well, Skip's messed up mine because mine was the most night caches done in the woods in general, but specifically GC 6 Bravo. What's J?
Juliet
66. Thank you. Nocturnal Pursuit of the Eyes of Alba. So this one is outside of Cincinnati, Ohio, and it's another one. It's up and down without any trails. You're not following any trails, and you're finding various things in the woods pointing you in the directions while the coyotes are howling in the background. Doing this at 1 a.m. and it's like you hear creatures skittering, and you're like, what's going on here? It didn't have any skeletons or anything like that, but it will still. It's just one of those things when you're doing night caches in the middle of the night in the woods, you just get the heebie-jeebies.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah, I mean the woods at night usually give you I'll give you that. The woods at night usually will give you
and you could do lots of night caches that aren't in the woods.
Yeah, sure.
No, not much of a big deal, but when you're doing it in the middle of the I do not enjoy walking in the middle of the woods at night.
Well, I've done it too many times. For FTFs,
Yeah,
I've done it way too many
I've done it way too many times.
Way too many times.
But when you're with a group of people, you only as long as you're not the slowest person in the group,
you're fine.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
absolutely.
except
You're
for running at night through the woods and not on a trail. That could be dangerous.
No, I've been in the woods. I've been in the woods by myself at night. I've been there. It's not fun. Although that being said, when I was there, it was wintertime and it was snowing and there was snow on the ground. So it was literally daylight. And literally, it was like the moon was out. There was I don't know how there was like very little clouds, yet it was snowing, weirdly enough. And like it was so bright, I didn't even need my flashlight. Did not even need it.
No, it was pitch black. I don't know if there was no moon at all or very little moon at all, but I remember the day had been extremely overcast and it even rained that day.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
And you got it right. I'm assuming
of course. Actually, we got 2 night caches in those woods over a period of about 3 hours.
Was it an FTF or is it just a night cache?
It was just a night cache. It had been out for probably 3 or 4 years at that time.
Fair enough. Okay. My next up, The Witch's Grave, which is a virtual, I think. It's a virtual. The Witch's Grave is GC7198. That's right. It's an oldie, guys. GC7198. This thing, guys, creepy cache. This is in it's in Chesterfield, Illinois, if I remember correctly. Chesterfield's a tiny little town. And this girl, the story goes that this girl was branded a witch, long 100 years ago, I think. This girl was branded a witch, and she mysteriously died. They found her body in like the woods. Okay. No, I'm sorry, in a cornfield. And yet the coroner says she died of natural causes. A child in the woods, dead, natural causes. Right. And so she was branded a witch by the Amish. So, this is a long time ago. And they buried her, and then they literally planted a tree over her grave. okay, on top of her grave, planted a tree. So being said, so if she's a witch, she can't get out. She will like go into the tree instead of into, back into the world. And then to make sure nobody messed with the tree, they put a fence around the tree. Okay, so this is what you see. You see a tree in these pictures, a tree with a fence around it. And the lore goes is that if you cut the tree down or the tree dies or you cut it down, the witch will be, released. So the creepy part is if you look at pictures, there's like many people have tried to cut the tree down. Like there's like saw marks, I mean, it was long. It's a huge tree now, right, Chad? I know Chad's looking at pictures. He can't help it.
Mhm.
Like, he is. Big tree, right, Chad? It's a big tree now. It's like a big tree. Yeah. So this is probably over 100 years old. It's a big tree now. And yeah, people have tried it. Can you see the saw marks, Chad? Can you see like the saw marks in it? Like creepy people have tried to cut it down. But yeah, how crazy is that? An actual witch over a grave with a fence around it. Creepy. But that's it. It's the witch's grave in Chesterfield, Illinois, which is about southern Illinois. It's a good one to get if you're ever out in southern Illinois. Again, the GC is GC7198. This is a 2002 cache BTW. It's an old school one. Yeah. Oh, look at that. Starcacher says, just did Boo 12 discounted order, which included the new host podcast shirt as well as a large print. He's the one who asked for the large print Wii shirt, by the way. I got that. The large print Wii shirt and one other. Thank you, Jim. Look at that. Well played. Okay, sorry. Who's up? Skippy, you're up.
I am up.
All right. Skippy's up. Yeah, Chad, you did too. I did too.
Yep.
Yeah, Skip, you're up.
All right. So my next one, this was one that was suggested from social media.
So you have not done it, is what you're trying to tell me.
No, yeah, correct. The next two that I have not done.
Okay, fair enough.
So this one is where am I at?
I wonder if I've done it. Where is it out of?
This one is in Florida.
I probably didn't.
It's GC866 G8G660. Disappearance of Jenny B. That's GC8G660.
8G660.
Yeah.
The disappearance of Jenny B.
Yeah.
Okay, what's it about?
Well, in the write-up for it is lengthy.
Oh, give us the gist. Give us the gist. Did you happen to read it before?
Yeah, I did.
Okay.
Supposedly, a woman named Jenny went missing in 2003.
Shocking. Her name was Jenny.
Yeah.
Okay.
And she worked for a real estate company.
Forrest Gump? Sorry.
Well, she went missing when she was supposed to go and meet a client to show him the house. And after a while, they searched for her, and canines were out there looking, and they found a headless body.
Yummy. Sounds delicious. Okay.
Yeah.
And was that Jenny? Oh, we don't know.
Yeah.
It was Jenny. So just spoiler alert to move the story along. Did they ever find her head?
No.
Never found the head. Really?
Not according to what's written up here.
Never found the head. Interesting.
Could have found it and made it into a geocaching container.
A container.
How dare
That's
you?
terrible. Okay, go ahead, Skip.
That's all I've got.
That's all you got. Okay,
Yeah.
Is the container a head? I hope.
A skull.
If the hider has any kind of humor, the container is a skull.
Yeah, with the bison tube in the eye socket.
Is there
Nice.
pictures? What is that? What is the container?
I'll have to look at. I didn't look at that. No, it doesn't. It doesn't show the container.
If any kind of humor on that host, yeah.
It looks maybe like an ammo can, maybe in that picture.
An ammo can, really?
Maybe, yeah.
Oh, talk about opportunity missed. Wow,
Yeah.
really? Here's a good one. Totally off topic, but kind of on the same. So a funny years ago, a cacher MGB who's in the Chicagoland area hit a cache at when OJ murdered his wife, and we all know he murdered his wife. When he came to Chicago, he murdered her and then flew to Chicago, right, for a golf outing. That's the story.
Yep.
And he stayed at a hotel. I think it was a Westin or something like that, right by the airport. MGB put out a cache that was a bison inside a bloody glove and named it like, what did he name it? What was the name of it? Oh, I can't remember the name
If
of
the
it. Larry.
bison doesn't fit, you must have quit.
It was like, what was it called? It was a really, really clever name too. But it had, I mean, you knew what it was because like,
Run, OJ, run.
oh, I can't remember the name of it, but like it had OJ in it. I'm for life I'm so pissed I can't remember the name of it. But maybe somebody, I don't know if somebody in Chicago, an old schooler, I don't know if Wheels 00 is in there here in the chat room or not. But yeah, it was, I mean, we're talking, this is like 12 years ago. It's been archived for probably 12 years. But yeah, it was so funny. Like, cause you're like, oh, what is this going to be? Like that's weird. It's an OJ Simpson cache, and it's a freaking bloody glove. It's so good. It's so good. I think it's like OJ had dropped something or something along those lines, something along those lines. Oh, it was so good though. It was so bad and so good all at the same time. Sorry, because this kind of reminds me of that. Like a missed opportunity. He took an opportunity and he took it. He took that opportunity. He saw a bloody glove and he's like, I know what I'm gonna do with that. I'm gonna make that a geocache. I'm gonna make that a geocache. Or a glove with red paint on it, probably. So yeah. Anyway, Skip. I like that one. That's a good one. Disappearance of Jenny B. It's a shame it's not a skull. Other than that, great story. Chad, to you, sir.
Mm-hmm. So just about any tunnel cache, if you get beyond the entrance, can be pretty scary.
Oh yeah.
I've done in the past a couple of the ones that I've personally done. So I went out on the interwebs and found this one called Spooky Tunnel Cache. It's in Pennsylvania, southeast or southwest of Scranton. So GC Kilo 3, was it Kiwi? No, what is Q? I don't.
Quebec.
Quebec. That's Q.
That's
Quebec.
Right. Quebec. That's
Canadian
right.
city is the Q.
Yes.
Terrible.
It's hard to mess that one up.
Terrible.
So this one is an old rail tunnel. And nice. If you look at the pictures from it, it's not like a nice smooth tunnel. It is like it's all been blasted and nothing's been smoothed over or anything back in the 1800s.
Uh-huh.
And they used to run an electric rail train through this tunnel. Well, back up in the tunnel, they put a geocache, so you got to go up in that tunnel a good ways and in the dark. So, and you got critters crawling around and things like that. So
I'm sure.
So I love a good tunnel cache. Exactly,
dude. On the way to the ape, there's a great tunnel.
Quality.
Yeah,
Quality tunnel.
Yeah,
but that one right in the middle, it's a great cache, man.
Yeah, Bloody Fingers, Dirty Diapers, Bloody Fingers. Yeah, that's one of them that I told last time. Is like, I can't tell that again.
Did you tell it last time?
I told Bloody Finger, Dirty Diapers, and I also talked about what was the name of the other one? It was the first one that I had done, and I had gone at least a quarter mile up into the sewer tunnels. These are rain sewer tunnels, so it's not. But I was at least a quarter mile in there because I heard cars going over the road. It's like, oops, I've gone too far.
No, I love a good. I mean, I've done multiple tunnel caches. I've talked about multiple tunnel caches on the show. Tunneling, the 551 underground in downtown, hometown Northbrook, where I'm from, where I grew up. There's one that was in the sewer tunnels. I've told that story, many times. We're FTF on it, and there's other ones that Walt Grogan has done a bunch of tunnel ones in Bussy Woods that I've gotten that are creepy. I mean, like, the scary part is when you get deep in there and there's graffiti, and it's like creepy graffiti, and you're like,
And are you going to find
Yeah, like, what am I gonna find?
other individuals living in there?
Yeah, right. And that's always the scary part too, is that like, yeah, is a hobo or somebody living in there, you know. So yeah, I get it. Yeah, those are definitely creepy. And I didn't add any of those because I've talked about them last time we did this show. So they were all out. Like I think I talked about tunneling and I talked about one other one as well. So like, yeah, I kept those out as well. I agree. Same thing. Good one. Good one. I have two actually because one of them is from a listener here. I had got an email from Benj59, who is listening to the show, and he says, I recently hid my own scary geocache. It's GCAWR41. That's GCAWR41. It's called the Detached Digit. The container is a 3D printed toe with bright red nail polish. It was originally placed and then archived by a cacher who moved out of the area. However, I had a feeling the container hadn't been taken, so I found it and decided to repurpose it as my own hide. Good
Nice.
job. Well done, Benj. Let's take it outside the box. Well played. I wanted to create a scary story around the container because it's a severed toe, but I'm not a creative writer. So I employed Chat GPT and I was astonished at how good a story it generated. My prompt, okay, somebody's got to go to this cache and read the story. Somebody go to the cache and read the story. My prompt was write a scary short story about a severed toe. What you see on the description page is 98% all AI. I just did a couple minor edits. So if you've got a good scary container but are struggling with the description, go with it. It might be worth a shot to try AI. All right. So, Chad, do you have it up?
It's too long to read.
Oh no. Oh wait, hold on. Pez Gremlin. There you go. Pez Gremlin coming through for me. Pez Gremlin says Hotel OJ. That was the name of the cache. GC12QTG. Quebec, Thomas.
George.
Thank you. GC12QTG Hotel OJ. That's such a great name. Yeah. And you're like, what is that? That's and then you see the glove and you're like, oh. Thank you, Pez. You're awesome. Appreciate you. Thank you.
Okay, I skimmed it and it's actually pretty.
Is it good?
It's good.
Of the severed toe.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give us the gist. Give us the condensed. Give us the abridged version, please.
Basically, if there's an old legend about a severed toe that brought death to anyone who found it. Tommy basically picked it up, his breath catching in his throat, and he heard wet dragging sound coming from outside. Later he had heard dragging sound coming from outside of his bedroom. He jumped out of bed, reached for his flashlight. The doorknob rattled, and kind of goes on from there. But seeing the apparition of a toe scrambling towards him. The next morning, Tommy's parents found him dead in his bed, cold and lifeless.
Creepy.
Yeah.
Creepy.
That's kind of the gist of it. So I probably didn't do it justice, but it's kind of hard to like scan it and get all the great details out of it. But
right.
It's a bit of a read for the show, but I encourage anyone to go read it. It's GC Alpha. It's W.
Undercasher says the toe somehow ended up being the toe from the Big Lebowski. Remember that one? The toe. Man, I can get the toe by 3 o'clock.
So GCAWR41.
Oh, is this Mike? I think this is Mike Thiestonvitz. Says I had ChatGPT write a story for my ghost cache as well. It's a multi GCAEDDC. Oh, so a lot of people are employing that apparently.
I actually used it to write the base part of my Anne Rice virtual.
Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You told me that story. Yeah, you've said that story before. Absolutely, yes. Wow. You have told that story before. Yes. All right, Benj. Well done, buddy. We do have a call coming in from Iowa, so we're coming in hot. So this could be interesting, guys. Let's talk to us. Iowa, hello.
Hey, how you doing tonight?
Good. How are you, sir? Who is this?
Iowa Ag teacher, IAAG teacher,
Okay. Okay. First time caller? That doesn't sound familiar.
Jason.
Jason, how you doing, buddy?
Yep,
What's up,
I'm
buddy?
good.
Good. What you got?
I have attended, and I was not able to make it this year, but I have attended Frankenstein Friday 4 different times. Shout out to Bronco, the host.
Bronco, where's that out of?
He's out of Minneapolis,
Oh, Bronco Cole.
out of the 20s.
Yeah,
Yep,
yeah,
Bronco
I know.
Cole.
I know Bronco Cole. Yes, absolutely. Yes. Okay.
Yeah, so this year's event was GCAW49K.
Mm-hmm.
Hosted it all over the upper Midwest. So he's tried to make a different state every year.
Oh, you're kidding.
So
And where was it?
Yeah.
Was it in Iowa this year?
it was in Michigan this year.
Oh, Michigan.
So
Really? Wow.
would have
Oh,
been, would have been a haul for me. I think I looked. I had plans of going, and then some family things came up. So, it was in the UP.
Oh, wow.
So
UP. Hey there.
I think it was an 8.5-hour drive.
Yeah.
But,
Come on, Jason. It's only 8.5 hours.
Well,
Come on, man.
so I know. So last year it was in North Dakota,
Oh, it's closer to you. Yeah.
which was another haul for me. I think it was an 8-hour drive.
No
8
way.
hour plus
No
drive that
way.
day too, so
That is 8.
Yep.
North Dakota from Iowa is 8 hours? Really? It's that far?
well, I
Jesus.
might have cashed a little bit on the way up.
Okay. Well, that's not
So,
fair. Yeah.
I-
I mean, West Virginia
Yeah,
took me 17 hours to get to West Virginia once. Yeah. I mean, I know. I understand. Yes.
So
Sure.
I first attended when it was in. They hosted it in Iowa during COVID in 2020.
Uh-huh.
That was my first Frankenstein Friday. Then South Dakota, he had it just across the border. He's actually at the South Dakota rest area,
Nice.
which is just in. And then the next year he did host it in the Twin Cities,
Mhm.
which was a repeat.
Hmm.
And then the North Dakota one. So
Hasn't done
Yeah.
Illinois or
Just a-
Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin or Illinois. He's missed those both. Yeah. Interesting.
Wisconsin was 2019.
Oh, really? Oh, nice. Did you go to that one?
Yep.
Nice.
Nope. I was not aware of it then. So.
Oh. Frankenstein Friday. I am not aware of that. I know he does the Geo Olympics. I know that, but I didn't know that he did Frankenstein Friday. I've never heard of that. That one got by me. Don't know that one.
Yep.
Nice.
Last Friday in October. So
Oh, really? Is that what it is every year? Last Friday in October?
Yep. every
Nice.
year.
That's a good
last
one.
Friday in October. So
I like that. Thanks for
and
sharing that,
he
buddy.
did archive it already.
It's already
He
archived.
did archive it, and yeah. And his note says it'll be on Halloween next year. So
Oh, it's Halloween on Friday next year?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wow. That's
Apparently
right. That's
so.
right. It's Thursday this year, isn't it? Yeah, that's right. Oh,
Yep.
totally.
Yep.
All right,
So-
Jason. Thanks for calling in, buddy. That's a good one. I appreciate you.
you bet.
Thanks. All right. You talk soon.
Yep.
Bye-bye. Wow. I know. I didn't know Bronco did that. I know Bronco. Okay. So I did one. That was a binge. Binge was the Hotel OJ. Thank you, Pez Gremlin, for letting us know. Hotel OJ was the name of that cache. Again, right? You see one named Hotel OJ. What are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I'm Nicole
And it was-
Smith Brown.
Yeah,
Smith,
and it was like it was in the
what was her
woods
name?
right behind.
Yeah.
Apparently, the hotel OJ stayed at there was woods right behind it, so it was literally like in the woods right behind the hotel that he stayed at. So you don't think OJ Simpson, but then once you see the bloody glove, you totally get it. But like what the heck? Yeah,
Oh, I do.
genius. Okay, next up, I am going. Okay, this is a weird one. This is a personal weird one. So this next one is no, don't. Okay, hold on. There we go. Okay, ISQDL, which is a traditional. It's GC8WTMV. GC8WTMV. It's in Northbrook, Illinois, my hometown. So this is not a weird one anyway. It's an ISQ. It's a cemetery cache. We all know how I feel about those. So, but there's a story behind this. I have to preface this with the story, and I apologize. I know I'm long-winded. I was 14 years old, and I had I just started high school, and my buddy who I was friends with, he's like, hey, you know what? He's like, me and this buddy, me and him had gone to overnight camp when we were younger, when we were like 9 or 10. Okay. And now we're 14, right on the cusp of 15. It's the summer, so halfway through 14. And he goes, dude, let's go back to camp. We'll be like the senior, we'll be in the senior capital. It'll be fun. I'm like, you know what? Let's do it. So I talked to my parents. They're like, yeah, we went to overnight. So me and him went back to overnight camp, the camp we went to where we met when we were kids. So Chris, I'm not going to say his last name. I had a buddy, Chris. He was not in my clique, but he was in the side clique. Like, I hung on with him a lot, but he was not in my clique of friends. That being said, I was literally with Chris the night before I left. We were hanging out, having fun, laughing, blah, blah, blah. Chris died while I was at camp. He got in a car accident and he died. I was at camp, obviously. I didn't know about it. This is pre-internet, all that stuff. Chris got in a car accident and was dead. He was buried. I was told by a letter from my buddies what happened, literally via a letter, because that's the only way you can get it back then, about what happened. Chris died in a car accident. We went to his funeral, blah, blah, blah. I was 14 years old. I got home from camp. I didn't, go visit his grave. I was 14 years old. I went on with my life. It sucked. I went on with my life minus Chris in it. Cut to a year ago, less than a year ago, 8-9 months ago. This is a cache in Northbrook, just went live. I'm like, oh, I'll go grab it. I was driving through Northbrook to go someplace, my hometown, and I stopped in the cemetery, got out of the car. I took 10 steps. Who was in front of me?
Chris.
Chris was in front of me. Chris.
Freaky.
I literally sat and I talked to him for 10 minutes. I talked for 10 minutes to him. I'm like, Chris. I'm like, oh, and what's even weirder is they had a picture of him on his headstone. You know what I'm saying? Like a 14-year-old, 15-year-old picture of him on his headstone, like his school photo,
Right.
And so I literally stopped dead in my tracks with a chill go up my spine, and a chill went up my spine, because I had no idea where he was buried. Like I didn't know, I had no idea. There he was. There was Chris. And like I was 50 years old, 52, 53 years old, and there's 14-year-old Chris, still 14. It was just really weird. And so again, not under the ordinary of a cache in any way, not a scary cache, just a creepy story with a cache of like seeing your friend from 40 years ago, who died in a car wreck, who you never paid your respects to. I finally got to pay my respects to Chris, and see his grave and visit his grave. But it was just a weird thing that to me earned its spot in this list because it was creepy to me. Not really scary, but creepy, creepy to me as something I wasn't expecting. It was just a weird coincidence. The cache wasn't his in any way. I kept walking to the cache after, but yeah, really weird. So that's my cache so again, it is GC8WTMV ISQDL Northfield. Traditional. Skip, I'll give you one more. It's 9:30. I'm going to give you one more, Skip. Go ahead.
Okay. GC53 Alpha 4. It's called the Haunted Cache, and it's a virtual.
Another virtual, the Haunted Cache.
Yep, in Florida.
In Florida.
Yep.
Where in Florida?
The Fort Pierce area of Florida.
Where's that? I'm assuming you haven't found this one either.
No, I did actually do this one.
You did do this one. Oh,
yeah.
How was it? So talk to me about it.
Okay. Well, in the cache write-up, it says that people have witnessed papers or personal belongings become missing or moved around. Cold drafts suddenly, and
Really?
reported briefly seeing a woman's corpse hanging in the upstairs area.
Really?
That's what it says. That's what it says in the description.
That's creepy.
Yeah.
Okay, so talk about it when you went there. Let me guess, you went there in the morning.
Well, during the daytime, yeah, I was there during the daytime. Well, that's when I do most of my caching, during the daytime. I have been on night caches. I have had some things occur on night caches, but yeah. To me, it didn't seem that haunted. I mean, you look at it, it looks like any other house, really.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Was it? I'm assuming you were outside of the house. I'm assuming.
Yes, you can't go in. It's a privately owned business.
Oh.
I'm not sure what the business is nowadays, but
Okay.
the house is listed on the as a national landmark also. So it's an older building. I'm not sure why it's a landmark, but it's an older building.
Was it a creepy looking house at all?
No, not really. No,
No?
no. It's nicely kept too. When you look at the pictures of it, it's a nicely kept house, nicely kept building.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay. Well, that's good.
yeah. And let's see, when did I found that in 2016. So again, almost 10 years, 8 years ago.
8 years ago. Wow. 2016 was 8 years ago. Amazing.
Yeah.
Cubs won
My
the
how
World-
time flies when you're geocaching.
Cubs won the World Series 8 years ago. It's crazy to think that. It's been 8 years since then. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. All right, Chad. One more to you, then we'll end the show. You got one more?
Yeah. So graveyard caches are always great for a good scare, especially if done at night or if you find your long lost friend buried while looking for a cache. Apparently.
Right.
So
you. Well done.
yeah. So this one is Marie Laveau's Voodoo Queen in the old. It's in an old historic cemetery just north of the French Quarter in New Orleans. The GC code is George Foxtrot H X-ray.
Thank you.
Been there, done that. 2010.
Yeah, so it's a great little graveyard to go to. I believe it's archived now, and so they had started locking up the cemetery at night. But if you go there, if you would go, I would say just being in that area at night could be scary enough on its own. I think I did that one in 2012, if I'm not mistaken. Let me take a look. No, 2013 is when I did it.
And
yeah.
What did it scare you? What was so memorable about it?
So imagine a movie set in a old creepy cemetery in New Orleans. That is the type of graveyard that this is in.
Yeah, and people leave things at that grave too. You can find candles and coins and rocks and things like that people leave there.
Yeah, just go to and look at some of the pictures and stuff, and especially the ones that aren't necessarily of the grave itself, but of the other mausoleums and stuff that are there within the graveyard, and you'll get an idea of the feel for it. I mean, a lot of the pictures and stuff are outside of it. I think a lot of these people didn't actually necessarily do it, but it's you go in there and if it's almost a little claustrophobic how tight all these things are. There's no way you could drive a car through there. Everything is walking in and out, and it's just a bit especially if you do it at night, freaky.
And it's like mossy headstones and stuff. Yeah,
I'm just not a fan of cemetery caches, man. It's not a fan.
We had an incident one night in a cemetery doing a cemetery cache.
And you definitely shouldn't be there at night. That is the
yeah. Well, this back in the early days, we didn't know the
when I was
rules. A jerk. We didn't really know the rules that you're not supposed to be in the cemetery after sunset. And
You didn't know
we-
you're not supposed to be in a cemetery after sunset, really? There has to be a sign posted for you to go in there.
well, so anyways,
well,
we're looking for the cache along this wall, and one of us found something,
Right.
and he's picking it up, and we're looking at it, and it looked kind of like a remote, you know. So we open it up and we taken out the batteries,
Mhm.
and all of a sudden we hear this voice saying, "Put that back."
Oh God, I would have ran.
And we're like looking around, and we're like, is that you, God, talking to us or something?
God.
We're looking around, and then the voice says, "That's my weather remote sensor. Put it back." And we look up, and there's a house about 150 feet away, and the homeowner is there watching us.
Ay. So,
And then the wife goes, "It's about 20 feet to your right by the big tree."
wow.
yeah, I love the locals who give it away. That's fantastic.
I mean, we had an event on it was the weekend of Halloween in a graveyard, but we got permission to host it.
Permission? How? To whom? Who gave you permission to host a
So
a party in a graveyard is basically what it is.
So the people that I don't want to take care of the graveyard literally gave us written permission to host an event there. He said, you know, we're doing everything completely respectful when we were doing it, but we wanted to do it in a graveyard. And we had actually police roll up to us, and it's like, you know, and showed them the paper.
I'm sure the police were like, "What the hell are you doing?"
Right.
Yeah,
and showed them. It's like, you know, we're hosting an event here. You know, we're not messing with any of the graves. Yada yada yada. Here's the letter showing us that we have permission to do this. And the police literally contacted the manager of the site and said, "Okay, you're good to go."
I can't believe they let you. I can't believe they let you. I mean, that is just.
I wasn't the one that set it up, so I wouldn't have had the nerve to do it, to be honest.
If my mother, God bless her soul, been dead for 26 years, if there was a party next to her grave, I would be fuming at that cemetery guy. I would be in the office, and I found out about it. I would be in the office the next day. Absolutely. Like, let her rest in peace, man. She doesn't need you drinking on her freaking grave, peeing on it and stuff. You hooligans, you geocaching hooligans.
Yeah, we weren't doing that.
Sure, you weren't. You weren't. Yeah.
Okay.
I know you.
I was.
I know the people you hang with, Chad. Don't try and fool me.
See, I find trees, not graves.
Trees.
Lavatory.
The witch's tree.
The witch's tree.
Yeah.
That one's too close to a grave. I would not use that one.
No, it's legit on a grave. It's on top of the grave.
Yeah, with a fence growing, or it grew up through that fence.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, isn't it? Yeah, it's a trip to see. It's kind of creepy to see. Yeah. All right, guys, that is Let's Talk Scary Geocaches 2. So thank you to Firefighter Skippy. You're awesome, buddy. I appreciate you. It's always good to see you. I got to see you soon, man. I haven't seen you in a long time, face to face. Anyway, are we gonna go? We're gonna go in the spring. Where are we going in the spring, Skip? Where are we going?
Alaska.
Well, aside from Alaska, where else are we going?
The island.
Power Island.
Power
Skip.
Island.
We're going to Power Island early. We're going early spring. As soon as we can go, we're going. I'm going to talk to the captain whenever he opens that up. We're going. Anybody else want to go? You let us know at the Geocache podcast at gmail.com. Power Island. What is it? It's got a November 2000. Is that what it is? Or is it August? August 2000.
Yeah. No.
I think you're right. I think it's in August. I think you might be right.
August or July?
I don't know. I think it's August. I think it is because I only have one August, and I think that's the second one. So I think that's
No, it's July.
It's July. Shoot, then I need another August.
Yeah, we got to go to Potter's Pond.
Oh, that's in Utah. It's so high. Oh.
because I've already got
That's a
2
flight.
August.
That's a flight.
Yeah, I need
Oh,
Fire
Well,
Island
either
and
that or
Butter Spawn.
either that or
Or
we
you
go
go
over
Sweden.
to Sweden for
I'm
the 4th one.
Yeah.
I wonder if Cody has Potter's Pond. I don't think he does. How did I not? I was in Utah. How did I not get Potter's Pond when I was in Utah? Ugh. Okay, Skip. So you drive to Chicago, and then we will drive to Then we will drive to Utah. You just got to get to Chicago. You get to Chicago, and then we'll drive to Utah.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, deal.
Eventually.
Dude, I'll just go with Cody. I'll drive with Cody, and then you'll be left out in the cold. In the cold.
You know, you always manage to, oh, Skip, do this, and I, call
Hey,
in
man.
Skip, and I call
You know
in.
what? Because
You know?
because I love Skip, dude. I
Twist
catch
my
with Skip,
arm.
and Skip's awesome, and I know Skip's always up for it. Skip's always, dude. For everybody, you look at Skip and you don't think much of Skip. Skip is a badass, and I'm going to swear on the show because he is a badass. So I've seen Skip climb mountains that I was exhausted on, and he's like passing me. Like Skip is all man. Don't let him fool you. All man. I have mad respect for you, Skip. Mad respect for Skip. Mad. So, but then Pez Gremlin says there's an August 2000 near Power Island. Really? There
Right.
is?
That's the second oldest in Michigan. That's the one I did.
You've done that one already?
Yes. Yes.
Well, guess what? You're going to find it again. Fun fact. You're going to find it again. Thank you,
Twist
Earl.
my arm.
I like how you don't tell me about that, Skip. I love how you were going to let me go there and not get that cash. You were not going to tell me about it. You were not. No, you were not going to tell me. Don't lie. Don't even try and play it off.
I want to say I think it might be like an hour away from there.
That's
I don't know.
not far. An hour's nothing.
No, it's
It's a
not.
cakewalk. Oh, look who's chiming in. Scorpio Red says, another retiree says, I also need to go to Power Island. Come on down, Scorpio. Come on.
We need a GCPC travel agent.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Chad needs Power Island. Come on, Chad. Although
We
I
need a
I do.
You're a
GCPC
big fan,
travel agent.
Chad's a monster plane ride. These are all driving. I mean, technically Skippy is, but Skippy can drive. He can drive. All I gotta do is drive to Chicago. That's all I gotta do. I'll drive the rest of the way. Just gotta get to Chicago.
I
Well, I
found
don't
one.
like driving.
Legit, how far am I from you, Skip? What is it from Connecticut to Chicago? What is it? 9 hours? 10 hours?
Non-geocaching.
Non-geocaching.
Yeah, probably 10 hours.
10? Oof, that's
Probably 10, 12 hours somewhere.
That's
I don't
That's a
remember.
full day. Yeah, it's a full day.
Oh, yeah.
All right, Skip. Always a pleasure to see you, buddy.
Thank you.
Always. We'll spend some time in 2025 together. I promise you. We will spend time together. We will see.
This
each
was
other.
fun.
Yes, it's always a pleasure to have you, buddy. It's always a pleasure when you call in. Skippy's one of the most called in people on the show here. I didn't even play your sound. There you go. I'm gonna play your sound for you too. So we appreciate you, Skip. Always a pleasure, guys. Next week, Chad. Next week, what month is it? You're on mute there, Chad. Hey, hi. How you doing? You're on mute.
It's November, so it's time for
Cash or Coffee. November Cash or Coffee, guys. That's next week's show. And we should have Craig back, I think, right? I think Craig's coming back next week.
Yeah,
So-
he should be back.
So he'll give us tales of his trip to he's in Europe. So we'll hear tales from him. And should be a good time. So that's Cash or Coffee next week, guys. We appreciate everybody who tuned in with the chat room and a call. We appreciate you very much. Thanks, guys. As always, be safe and be well and hug your loved ones. And we will talk to you guys next week. Please join us again every Wednesday night at 9:30 Eastern, 8:30 Central as we stream live on Facebook and YouTube. The archive video versions of our podcast are available on our website or on our YouTube channel, and the audio versions are available wherever you listen to your favorite podcasts. If you like the show, please head on over to Apple Podcasts and rate, review, and subscribe. We'd really appreciate it, and it really helps the show when you do. If you prefer to watch the show, make sure you click the subscribe or get notified buttons to know exactly when we go live. And hey, if you haven't already, please consider becoming a patron of our show. With tiers starting as low as $5, you'll get a ton of additional information, extra audio, extra video, only available to our Patreon members. Please head on over to patreon.com today and subscribe. That's patreon.com/The Geocaching Podcast. Thanks once again to our sponsors, Cashly, Logwork, FDF Geocacher Magazine, the Max Nuts Body Company, Practical Geocaching, Arted Crafted, PathTags.com, Cashcraft, and GeoGo. Please visit our sponsors, and when you make a purchase, you tell them the GCPC sent you. That's all we got this week. So we'll see you next week talking geocaching, taking your phone calls. In the meantime, be good, be safe, hug your loved ones, and we will talk to you guys next week. And we're clear. All right. Thank you, guys.
I put in the link to the that event, the first to those FTF number 15, first to fright, that was in the graveyard.
Oh, nice. All right.
October 27th, 2012.
Look, Mike says, when is Power Island? Where are we meeting? I don't know. Early spring. That's all I got to say is early spring. There is no plans yet. No plans for Power Island. It's just a need to do. That's a need to do. So sometime next year, early next year, spring, whenever they allow boats, that's when we're going. So, all right, guys, we will talk to you guys next week. Everybody, what? Oh, Skip, you have something to say? You're on mute. Hold on, I muted you. I muted you. Hold on. Okay, what are you saying now? Go ahead.
I have a boat.
No, it's like a motorboat, dude. Not your little putt.
Not my little putt, my 19-foot boat that I've been out on Long Island Sound many times on.
You gonna drive it here to Chicago? Are you gonna drive it to Michigan?
Maybe.
Whatever, dude. All right. I promise you, who was that? Who said that? Was it Scorpio and Mike? I promise you guys, if although I don't know how many the boat can hold, so there's only a certain amount of people can hold. But hey, the more people, guess what? The cheaper the boat ride. So I'm all in on that. Don't get me wrong. All right, guys, we'll talk to you guys next week. Everybody be well and be safe. We'll talk to you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Skip, stay there. Everybody else, bye-bye.